Hello there. Today we're going to talk about the operator part 2. We're going to talk about the in operator, if operator, between operator and like operator. So let's start with the in operator. In operator is basically allow you to specify the multi-value inside the where clause. So how could we do that? So I'm going to use database name is my world. Inside that I'm going to use the table name is a country. So to use the database for the syntax, that's correct. Use my world. And you can execute this. Syntax is command enter. Now you can see it's executed successfully and it's highlighted. So I'm going to use the table name country. So if you like to see the data inside the table, you can click on this icon here, highlighted one, or you can do select star from country. So I'll click on this. You'll see this. All this country code, name, continent, region, all these details are there. So here for the in operator, so you can use the or operator like this. Is going to fetch the data. So if I execute this command enter, you could see it's executed all this 4 country data, right? So if you like to convert into in the in operator, it's pretty easy. So you can do the select then star from country where code in, this in operator comes here picture. So in Australia, then comma is a string, so you need to in the quote, then India, IND, then you need to give USA, United States, then Japan, so JPN. So now if I execute this, it's going to give the same result. You could see it here. It's executed here, the query in operator. We can order by the population, so you can say okay, so order by population. You can order by population by descending. The highest population would be in the top. So you could say India, then United States, then Japan and Australia. So this way you can use the in operator. Next is the if operator. So here what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a table, then I'm going to insert some data, then I'm going to use the if operator. So I'm going to create a temp table inside the my world. You could see there is no temp table. If it's there, it is going to do drop the table. The syntax is there, and it's going to create two column. A and B is an integer, and it's going to insert 2 values is 3 and 9. Then after that we're going to use the if operator. So let me execute this query first. Let me close this. Let me clear the logs. Clear. You can execute all this line together by using command shift enter. So if it's executed, you could see the value is there. It's 3 and 9 is inserted. So now I'm going to use the if operator. So it's select if a is 3, right? If I do a greater than 5, then there is a condition. So comma is a 2, first condition. Then second condition is false. So it will verify if a greater than 5. If not, if it's true, it'll say true. If not, then it will say the false. Like same if, then if and else. If this condition is true, else put the second condition. So if I execute now, so now a is not greater than 5, 3 is not greater than 5, so it should be false. So if I execute command enter, I need to give the from table name temp. So now let's execute one more time. So now you could see the answer is false. B greater than 5, so B is 9, right? So it should be true. So if I do B greater than 5, now if I execute, it should be true. Now you could say it's true. So if is pretty simple, like we know as if and else. Same way you could do if condition is true, the first statement. If false, it's going to do the second statement. Next is the between operator, and I'm going to use the same country table. So let's do that. Select star from country where population is greater than equal to 10 million and population less than equals to 30 million. If I execute this statement, it's going to find where the population is greater than equal to 10 million and population less than equal to 30 million. So if I execute, so these are the country. It's going to all this country, how many? 43 countries are there. If I execute, you could see the here answer is 43. So now if we can convert this one into the between operators, the same thing, and it's going to fetch the 43. Select star from country where population between spelling wrong, between 10 million 3 4 5 6 and 30 million 3 4 5 6. So if I execute, it's going to fetch the same 43 records. So let's execute. So if I do command enter, you could see it here, 43 and 43 both execution, and you could see here both are the syntax are different. One is in between and one is the end. So it's fetching the same records. So let's do one more for the between operator. Here I'm going to use e-commerce database and customer table. So what is the syntax to use the e-commerce database? That's correct. Use e-commerce. So execute this. Now it's going to use e-commerce. So let me clear the logs, clear. And inside that I'm going to use the customer table. So you can see the rows here inside the customer. So here my problem statement is I'm going to find all the employee whose birth date is between 1970 to 1990. So here, so it should fetch ID 1, 2 and 4. So the problem statement is find all employee whose birth date in between 1970 and 1990. So if you go to the customer table, so it's birth underscore date. So the syntax would be select star from customer where birth underscore date in between. So we need to give year, so 1970, and I'll give January and 1st of January. So this is, and I need to give 1990 01 01. So it's going to fetch all the employee. It should fetch the 3 records, where if you see in the customer table, these are 3 records, ID 1, 2, 4, in between or equal to 1970 to 1990. So let's execute this. So you could see here 3 records has been fetched, and whose date of birth is 1970, 1986, 1990. Let's talk about the like operator. It's very useful while fetching the data from a database. So if you want to trying to fetch a string with a specific details, you can starting of a string, ending of a string, or in between. It's very useful in day-to-day life. So let's talk about that. So I'm going to use the same e-commerce database and customer table, and we're going to solve these are the 4 problems. So to find the name, start with M. So if you go to the customer table, so these are the 4 customers, right? So it's going to fetch the employee first name start with M. So select start from customer where name like. So this is the operator. So it's going to start with M. So you need to give M percentage. Then now if I execute this, so you see the first only start with M. So and second one beginning or ending with M. So beginning with ending, anywhere you find the M, it's going to fetch. So it's going to fetch the record name, ID 1 and 4, because James M is there, right? So I'll copy this syntax, same syntax, and put it here, and it will be percentage M percentage. So if I execute this, now you could see anywhere is find the name with M is fetching the data. This one is going to fetch the names ending with something. So it's name. I'm going to find the names ending with U. So if you see U, it's like first one, right? So if I do endings with U, so it should be percentage and U. So if I execute this, first record got fetched. So if you want to ending with O, it will fetch the third record. So let's verify. So instead of U, I'll do O. So now if I execute this, so it's see Littletek Pro. So the same way. Then the last one, it's going to find a name ends with specific and exactly that many characters. You want to find some exact number of characters. So what? So this is the problem statement. To find the name ends with S but exactly 5 characters. So if it is going to fetch the ID 4, you see it's a 5 characters ends with S, exact 5 characters. So you need 1 2 3 4 5 4. Then if you need to give S, if we execute, we need to take out the percentage. So now you see only James because it's a 5 characters and ends with S. So this is the way you can use the like operator based on your requirements. So you can use starting, ending, in between, and exactly some particular string you could use for your query. So that's it about this operator part 2. We talk about today 4 operators, which is very important in our day-to-day life in MySQL. In operator, if operator, between operator, and like operator. Thank you. If this video is useful to you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Namaste.